Hey everyone, it's Laura. Welcome to Mask Monday. Obviously I have my mask on already. I am using this Creme Shop Be Magical Skin mask that I got from Miss Patty from Patty's Place. So thank you, Patty. She sent me that and some friend mail. And I was going to put it on camera, and I'm so used to putting it on off camera because usually I have my glasses on and I have my contacts in today. Forgot all about it. I put it on and then I was going to record. I'm like, shoot, I could have put it on camera. Oh, well. So anyway, I have my mask on. I'm going to give you a quick update on my little man Prince, and then I have some questions that I'm going to do. So I mentioned it in a previous video that Prince wasn't feeling good last week. We took him to two vets actually. A regular vet couldn't get him in until Friday, and I called Monday. He had been last weekend having accidents outside of his litter box, which he never does. So I figured, it's running in my mouth. Sorry. I figured he probably had like a UTI or crystals in his urine, and both of those can be really dangerous. And so I was messaging Mary and Cece, Mary from Mary Catherine Loves Cats and Cece from Cece's Trial Size Life, because they're both, cat people, and Mary works for, one of her jobs is working at a vet's office, so they're both very knowledgeable about cats. And this is the second male cat I've had, but never had any problems, and I know that UTIs can be very, very dangerous, especially in male cats. So anyway, Mary's like, if he starts to feel like feverish, take him to emergency, otherwise, call your vet and get him in ASAP. So this was on Sunday, not yesterday, Sunday, last week, Sunday. So I called my vet first thing in the morning, and they said, we can get him in on Friday. And I'm like, great, I'll take that appointment. And I knew darn well that I was going to have to take him somewhere else. I couldn't wait 5 days, but I wanted to keep it just in case we did end up in the emergency vet and we had to bring him in for a follow-up. So I told Ricky all this when he woke up Monday, and he started calling around and found a vet that could get him in on Tuesday. So we took him to a different vet on Tuesday, told him, what was going on, and he, examined him, and he was pushing on Prince, trying to get him to release some urine. Couldn't get any to come out. And for whatever reason, he did not want to extract it. And the way they extract it in cats is they put a needle in their bladder, which sounds horrible, but I'm sure it's not comfortable for the cats, but it doesn't cause like permanent damage or anything. But anyway, that's what he needed to have done. And for whatever reason, this vet didn't want to do it. So he sent me home with like a vial and a little stopper, like with the stopper in it without the needle, to like suck up some urine, and then a little empty vial to put it in. And I said, how am I supposed to do that? And he's like, well, if he has an accident on the floor, suck it up, or you can put like an empty litter box pan out and hope he'll use it. I'm like, he's not going, we have another cat, so we would have had to like lock him in a room with an empty litter pan and hope he would go in that and not on the floor. So in the meantime, Ricky messaged one of his really good friends is a vet tech. And she's like, we can get him in at our clinic tomorrow on Tuesday. So bring him in, and we will do they call it a cysto. We'll do the cysto, and we'll extract his urine. In the meantime, the other vet had given us antibiotics because he did have a fever. So he said, start him on the antibiotics right away, and then bring in a urine sample when you can get one. Well, obviously we decided we weren't going to try to get the urine sample, but I kept him on the antibiotics. So they gave him one dose on Monday when we were at the vet, and then I gave him one Tuesday morning. Then we saw the vet Tuesday afternoon, the other vet that took the sample. Well, his urine was clear. Now, if he had a UTI, I wouldn't think just 2 doses of an antibiotic would have cleared it up that fast, but something was definitely wrong because he was peeing outside of his litter box, and the pee was like dark, dark, dark yellow, like almost orange. So we still don't really know. So they said to follow up in 7 to 10 days from his last dose of the antibiotic for a repeat of the urine test. So I scheduled that with our regular vet. He's drinking fine. He's eating fine. He definitely doesn't have a fever anymore. He hates getting the medicine. I'm really having a hard time giving it to him. It's liquid, but you know, he tries to scratch me, and he's such a sweet boy, but he don't like that medicine. I think it doesn't taste good. So anyway, he's fine. Hopefully we'll get some answers when he goes to the vet. It's a little over a week from now to our regular vet. Hopefully we can find out something, but at least I got the report, you know, all the details of the urine test and everything from the vet that saw us on Tuesday. But funny story about that. We were running late because it's completely on the other side of town. And I mean, like way far south, about 25 miles away. And the appointment was at 3:45, and it was like rush hour starts early. Apparently we didn't think it would start that early. We left our house at 3 o'clock, and at 3:35 they called and wanted to reschedule the appointment. And we're like, what? Actually, no, they called it 3:40. They called like 5 minutes before the appointment was supposed to start. And Ricky's like, well, we are running late, but we're going to be there in like 10 minutes. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, they told me to reschedule it. And Ricky's like, we live on the other side of town. You know, we've been driving for like 45 minutes. And so she's like, okay, hold on. She puts us on hold and she comes back and she goes, yeah, you can still bring him in, but we're going to charge you a late fee. They charged us a $20 late fee. We were 10 or 15 minutes late because traffic was terrible. So between the two appointments, we spent $120 and then $170 to find out nothing. Like, they don't know what was wrong. I still think it was a UTI. I'm just surprised that it would have cleared up that quickly, but I got him a water fountain, and we're going to start him on wet food because that has more moisture in it and to encourage him to drink more. So hopefully that will help. And then we'll see our regular vet. Okay, enough Prince talk. I have some questions to answer. I was tagged by Sharmaine from Sharmaine Stay-cation. So I will put her link in the description box below, or for her channel. So these are some questions, just like get to know me type questions. So what are your hobbies other than YouTube? Reading, obviously makeup, shopping. Is shopping a hobby? I'm a really good shopper. I love to shop. I do love to watch TV. I know a lot of people don't, especially YouTubers, will say they don't have time. I still watch TV. I love it. Ricky and I watch TV together. And then going to sporting events and concerts. That's what we do. He plays sports. I watch sports. Well, he plays baseball specifically, but yeah, that's what we like to do. Next one. What did you do today that you were not capable of a year ago? I looked into joining ARP. You get discounts on stuff. I wouldn't have been able to do that a year ago because I wasn't 50 yet. That's my answer. What did you want to be when you grew up? So when I was really little, I remember wanting to be a ballerina. So uncoordinated. I wanted to be an actress, doctor. I never had any one specific thing. A vet. Like, I wanted to be a bunch of different stuff. What is your favorite TV show or movie? Well, I can't just think of one. We just watched The Good Doctor, last week's episode. We have a DVR, so we're always like trying to catch up and watch stuff. Because of Ricky's hours, we can't watch shows regularly, but I like that show. It's probably not my favorite. Call the Midwife is one of my favorites, and This Is Us. Oh, I'm so sad because it's winding down, and I was bawling with last week's episode, so I just, the finale, I'm just dreading it. Like I love it, but I'm dreading it. So, and favorite movie, like just to name one would be almost impossible, but The Wizard of Oz is one of my all-time favorites from when I was a little girl. What's the most recent thing that made you laugh? The cat, Dolly. She is so funny. We were throwing a tennis ball for Coco, and it's one of the dog's safe tennis balls. And she ran after it, and I tried to record it. She did it twice. Tried to record it with my phone, and every time I would start to record, she'd stop it. Anyway, she ran after the ball, and she picked it up. She stuck her, because she has all of her claws, she stuck her front claw in the ball, and it was like stuck on her hand, or on her paw. And she was shaking it, and finally it released it. She threw it, basically, and then ran after it again. And she did that like 2 or 3 times. It was so funny. Every day that cat does something crazy like that to make us laugh. She is hilarious. She's so funny. What is your favorite treat? It can be food or something you buy. Oh, well, food would probably be, if we're talking treat, to me that means like something, you know, sweet or indulgent. So like candy. I still love my candy. And then something you buy. I mean, you guys know what I'm gonna say. I'm looking over and you can't see what I'm looking at, but like, I mean, these are just some of them, but that's what I treat myself to, besides food. Libby's. Okay, what is your favorite season? Spring, because we don't get much spring, and I enjoy it, the little bit of spring that we got. Today is very spring-like. Yesterday it was in the 80s, and today it's like low 70s. It's beautiful. I have all the windows open. Oh, it's nice. What is your favorite household chore? I'm weird, but I love doing laundry. I know some people hate it, and I wish it wasn't in the basement. Our laundry is in the basement, but it's just something about the smell of the clean clothes when it comes out of the dryer, and oh, I love it. Your least favorite, probably cleaning the toilet or the litter boxes. Ugh. I actually don't mind doing dishes either. We have a dishwasher, but I like hand wash pots and pans, and I kind of enjoy that too. I'm weird like that. What superpower would you have if you could? So I don't know if you consider this a superpower, but to be able to eat anything that you want and not gain weight, that would be awesome. Otherwise, if you're looking at like traditional superpowers, I would say to be able to fly like Superman. That'd be cool. Number 10, what is something you're thankful for today? Well, my husband, my kitties, my little cocoa bean, my family, my health, you guys. That's more than one thing. A lot of stuff. I mean, I'm generally a pretty happy person. I mean, I have my days, everybody does, but I try to, like Mary always says, to count my blessings and just be thankful for, you know, things could be a lot worse. I try to laugh. How I am on here, that's kind of how I am in real life. This is my real life, but you know, I try to be a glasses half full kind of person. I can be cynical though, but yeah, try to be thankful for what I have. So let's see, I think this has been on, yeah, it says 10 to 15 minutes, and it's been, well, I'm almost 13 minutes in, and I put this on before I started recording, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. I forgot to put eye patches on today, so I might put some on before I go to bed. Very shiny. This got a lot of serum in it, this mask. It's really good. Well, all the Creme Shop masks are good. I love them all. I will type up these questions and put them in the description box below. Sharmaine had them written out, and she messaged them to me, and then I emailed them to myself. It's a whole thing. So I have them on my computer here, but I'll type them out and put them in the description box below. I'm not going to tag anybody, but if there's anyone that didn't answer these, if you want to do it on a future Mask Monday, feel free. And then next week's Mask Monday is going to be my collab, so watch for that. And I have that drugstore, favorite drugstore beauty products collab going on, and that ends this Saturday, so you want to go check that out too. So I will link that in the description box below. I think that's everything. Hope you all have a great Monday, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.